passes 156,000, the highest by far in the world, the U.S. making up more than a quarter of global deaths. On Monday, President Trump attacked top White House coronavirus advisor Dr. Deborah Birx for saying that the U.S. is in a new phase as the virus spreads out of control.
What we're seeing today is different from March and April. It is extraordinarily widespread. It's into the rural as equal urban areas. And to everybody who lives in a rural area, you are not immune or protected from this virus.
President Trump responded Monday, tweeting, "So crazy Nancy Pelosi said horrible things about Dr. Deborah Birx, going after her because she was too positive on the very good job we're doing on combating the China virus, including vaccines and therapeutics. In order to counter Nancy, Deborah took the bait and hit us. Pathetic," he said. Dr. Anthony Fauci defended Dr. Birx, saying community spread is insidious. Despite this, Trump told Axios' Jonathan Swan the coronavirus is under control.
It's giving them a false sense of security.
Now, I think it's under control. I'll tell you what.
How? 1,000 Americans are dying a day.
They are dying. That's true. And it is what it is. But that doesn't mean we aren't doing everything we can. It's under control as much as you can control it. This is a horrible plague that beset us.
In fact, the coronavirus has spread all over the United States. More than 5 months into the crisis, there continue to be critical testing shortages and delays. How did we get here? We turn now to a stunning new expose in Vanity Fair that reveals how the Trump administration ended up with no national testing plan despite a months-long effort spearheaded by Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. In an explosive piece headlined "How Jared Kushner's Secret Testing Plan Went Poof into Thin Air," reporter Catherine Eban writes,
Jared Kushner
was pursuing a national testing plan with the help of a handful of wealthy business owners when the White House decided it was not necessary because COVID-19 had, quote, hit blue states hardest. Eban writes, quote, "This summer has illustrated in devastating detail the human and economic cost of not launching a system of national testing, which most every other industrialized nation has done." Eban writes. She joins us now from Truro, Massachusetts. She's author of Bottle of Lies, the inside story of the generic drug boom, and Dangerous Doses, a true story of cops, counterfeiters, and the contamination of America's drug supply. Catherine, welcome back to Democracy Now! Can you lay out what you learned about why we are at this point in this country where people around the country are waiting hours and hours and hours for their tests? And then they wait days, if not weeks, for the results, rendering them virtually ineffective. Go back to what this White House was doing in the early months.
So starting in March, it was very clear to every public health expert that we needed a nationally organized diagnostic testing plan, one that could surge supplies, allocate test kits, allocate precious laboratory capacity, and Jared Kushner inside the White House gathered a group of his associates, including his college roommate, some Morgan Stanley bankers, a sort of brain trust. They began reaching out to billionaires who did not have public health experience per se, but then they brought in a group of diagnostic testing experts from the industry, working night and day in secret on the encrypted WhatsApp platform. They hammered out a national testing plan that essentially resembled what every other advanced nation has established. And the participants in the plan, and we obtained the plan, I should say, the participants expected that at any moment in early April, the plan would be announced. It vanished into thin air, as one participant described it.